So what's going on? What's going on, my peoples? We are here. Today we got a lot to talk about. Today we're gonna be talking about that John Morant situation got going on. So as you come in the live, just hit the thumbs up so we can get some people to come up in this live. I'm trying to pull up this website really quick. So unless you've been hiding under a rock, man, John Morant got in trouble again. He was on IG live with one of his friends waving a gun, and we're gonna break that down in this live tonight. We're gonna break that down. I'm trying to pull up my channel and test my sound really quick, make sure my sound is good. Shout out to everybody that's coming up in here, man. So it was like 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago to be exact, when Ja got in trouble before, and he did the whole thing where he went to Florida for the got checked into a rehab. I think got checked in for 11 days, and he even as far as went on an interview with Jalen Rose, and went as far as said that this wasn't gonna happen again. Well, he did. Even though, one thing I want to remind you guys: to have a gun is your right in this country. You can have a gun, but when you're an athlete and you got so much to lose, sometimes that decision is not the best decision. You know what I mean? And one of the things I hear a lot of people talking about, I've been listening to a lot of people over the weekend, from Stephen A, Undisputed, uh, Fat Joe, um, so much people, man. Everybody got things to say about this, right? And one of the things that I don't, one of the things like I'm hearing from people, right, is that everybody keeps saying that he need to change his friends, or he need to stop talking to who he's talking to, or change the circle. That's one of the things I talk about all the time in some of my videos. You gotta watch your circle, man, especially when you're making money, you know, and you're on a different level now. You know what I mean? You gotta watch the circle that you're in. But one thing I don't hear nobody talking about is that I was that age. A lot of these guys that was talking, they was that age. And when we're that young, man, we make mistakes. But I see a lot of people, they pointing fingers at John Morant's friends, and nobody's pointing finger at him for him to take responsibility, right? Everybody's saying that his friends, his friends, his friends. What if he is the bad influence on his friends, right? What if they're just bad influence on each other? That's one of the things that I used to say um growing up. I never used to blame my circle. I just used to tell it like it is, man. We was bad influence on each other. So it reached a point in your life where you gotta take accountability for your actions, and you just gotta grow up. You know what I mean? But I see everybody, they keep criticizing Morant's friend, You know what I mean? I mean, they don't know how long these guys been friends. You know, they don't know where they've been coming from. They don't know what his friend has done for him. You know, it's easy for us sitting on the outside to say, you know what, he should stop talking to his friend. He should this, he should that. Yo, how about all of them grow up? You know what I mean? I heard that Nike dropped him. I'm not 100% sure. Let me check it right now. I don't want to just make up stuff, but I heard even that guy what's his name? Michael Winbon. Okay, I'm pulling up the story with Nike right now. Right now, guys. Give me a chance. So it seemed to be a rumor about Nike dropping John Morant. It seemed to be a rumor, so it's still ongoing, you know. So basically what I really want to talk about in this live, man, is you know, sometimes us as the older folks, sometimes we gotta realize when we see young people going through things and when we see like young people going down the wrong road, um, the easy thing for us to do is turn our backs on them, right? The easy thing for us to do is to point fingers. Now these days we got social media, we got cameras everywhere. Back in the days, I know a lot of us used to do worse, but we just didn't have all those cameras, all the social media to point on us. But I think more than ever, now is the time where instead of everybody pushing him away, now is the time where he this is where he really need our support, yo. You know, this is where he need his teammate support. This is where he need his dad's always at the court side. This is where he needs his dad's support. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to turn their back on him, but everybody we was all young and we all made mistakes. You know what I mean? I know this is the second time and I'm not trying to make excuses, you know, and I know the league is probably gonna give him a long suspension, but at the end of the day, I think he will get it from this time around. I just think this time will be different. You know, sometimes you stick your hand in fire one time, you get burned a little, and you want to stick it back in the fire and see. So you got to see if the burn is really burning. You know what I mean? So I think that's what it is. You know, it's dangerous. What he was doing is kind of dangerous because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like me personally, I don't want to be hanging around with nobody that's waving a gun all wild and stuff like that. And if you're listening to a rap song that makes you react like that, man, I don't want my kids listening to that song, yo. You know what I mean? So I think that he just need to take accountability for his action. Um, all his friends got to take accountability for their action. Everybody's saying for you to drop your friends. That's a tough one, man. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say for him to drop his friends. You know what I mean? It's easier said than done. It's easier for us to sit over here and just judge and say, yo, he need to drop his friends and this and that. You know what I mean? But You definitely got to check your circle, yo. You know what I mean? Definitely need to check the people that you're around. You know what I mean? You're making money now. Just got that big contract. Um, your team was just in the playoff. You guys are heading down the right road. You know what I mean? Nowadays, man, we just gotta be locked in. We gotta be focused. You know, I don't know that it seemed like that team. It seemed like that team need a good veteran presence. You know what I mean? If they had somebody like a UD on that team or something like that, or even a LeBron, man, like a good veteran that can sit down and sit some of these guys down and show them how it is. You know what I mean? Because it's just like a kid, right? You might tell your kid something, right? And your kid might not listen to you. His aunt or uncle can tell the kid the same thing. They might not listen to the aunt or uncle, right? But they might have a favorite teacher, and guess what? They're going to listen to that teacher. You know, like sometimes people they just got to get the message from a different ear. You know what I mean? So everybody out there they bashing Morant right now, but I just don't think now is the time to turn our back on John Morant. Yeah, I know it's a privilege to be in the NBA, and I know it's hard to get up in the NBA. You know what I mean? But and I know that he's acting like he wants to be out of the NBA. You know, let's go over John Morant contract real quick. So John Morant signed a 5 year, 194,300,000 contract with the Grizzlies, including 5 year, 194, including 194 300 guaranteed, and an annual salary of 38,860,000. In 2023-2024, Morant will earn a base salary of 33,500,000 while carrying a cap hit of 33. So next year he's expected to make 33,500,000, right? And he's 23 years old, so he's still young, got all that money, 33 million. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it, people. We asking a lot, right? You're asking a 23-year-old to just drop his friends like that. You know what I mean? It's easier said than done. You know what I mean? Like we all been there, yo. We all made mistakes. Not all of us, but most of us made mistakes. Most of us was young and did crazy stuff. I remember when I was 23, man, oh man, I'm glad all these cameras wasn't around because I used to do some craziness. You know what I mean? Like I can sit here right now and tell you some of the stuff I used to do, but I ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like some of the stuff I used to do, it make Mariah seem like an angel. You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta look into yourself and you gotta realize you just gotta grow up, yo. You know what I mean? And one of the things that changed me is when I started having kids. And I figured that would have kind of changed Moran a little bit, him having a little daughter. I know he got a little daughter. I always see her at the games or stuff like that. His dad's is always at the games or stuff like that. But deep down inside, I think he's gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? We got some people up in the building right now. Feel free to, if you got a comment, feel free to comment on this subject that we talking about today. We're gonna try to go live every day with a different topic. You know what I mean? This topic had been circulating since Saturday. and it's a hot topic right now, man. John Morant waving a gun. You know, one of the things I noticed when he was in the car with his friend, when the music was playing, as soon as his friend realized that he was waving the gun, right? His friend put down the phone. His friend didn't want him. His friend was not trying to get him in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Soon as he realized Ja was waving a gun, he put the phone down. So it wasn't like his friend was trying to set him up or nothing like that. You know, and I really think, man, I honestly think that everybody say for him to just drop his friend like that. You guys know it's not that easy. You know what I mean? Like you guys out there know it's just not that easy to let your friends go like that, especially people that you grew up with, people that you've been through the struggle with, people that you hustle with, people that you played ball with, people that you fight and crawl with. You know, it's not that easy just to up and let go of your friends like that. You guys know that. You know what I mean? But everybody making it, oh, he need to drop his friends. Everybody I listen to on sports talk, everybody's saying, oh, he need to do this, he need to do that. You know what I mean? The only thing that I think that he need to do, he just need to just get locked in, stay focused, try to realize that what's important in his life, and what's important right now is his little girl. You know, his daughters are important, and he got a career ahead of him, and he got to get back on track, man. Got to get locked in. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of young people out there, man, that's headed down the wrong path. And I think for us being older and for us being wiser, instead of us like pushing them away, and instead of us like quick to be so judgmental, you know what I mean? Because guess what? Like, yeah, this is second time messing up, right? But if God only gave us two chances to mess up, guess where we all would be right now? We all would be in hell right now. You know what I mean? He gave us way more than two times to mess up. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, like when you go to church, it ain't no perfect people allowed in church. You know what I mean? I can't find one perfect person. If there's a perfect person in church, then they're lying. You know what I mean? He give you guys chances to, to repent, do it over again. We're not perfect. We're gonna keep on trying till we get it right. You know what I mean? So when we see a young brother, a young sister out there doing wrong, like we're not gonna be like, oh, strike one, strike two, we're done with you. No, we're gonna give them more chances than that, yo. So I just think that, in my opinion, I just think that, you know, yeah, he messed up, and yeah, he trying to throw all his money away, but we need to give him another chance. You know what I mean? My opinion, we just need to give him another chance. You know what I mean? And everybody's saying that he's gonna get suspended for 25 games. To me, that's a little harsh. You know, slap on the wrist. That's what I would do. I just give him a little slap on the wrist. You know what I mean? Because I sometimes, man, when you mess up two times in life, you're just gonna get it. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're gonna get it. You know. Let's go to the comment section. We got Omar Rivas in the building. How you doing, man? What's going on with you? Omar say knowledge without mileage is BS. That's deep right there. Omar said knowledge without mileage is BS. You know what I mean? I'm a deep thinker, Omar, but you got to break that down for me. I'm usually a deep thinker, man, but that right there, you got to break it down for me, man. Knowledge without mileage is BS. So knowledge without mileage is BS. I'm thinking about that. I got to think about that one for a second. You got me thinking. Knowledge without mileage is BS. still thinking. So knowledge without knowledge without the you're saying knowledge without going through it, without going through the struggle, without going through the fight. You gotta break that down, bro. You have to break that down to me. Shout out to everybody that's in here, by the way. Shout out to everybody that's always tune into my videos when we do like trucking videos and stuff like that, because we gotta change it up, guys. And we're gonna be changing it up. We're gonna be bringing you current events. We're gonna talk about current events. We're gonna try to do this 5 days a week if we could. Sometimes we just get busy, but and we're trying to do it from 7 to 7:30. You know, and talk about anything, man. We talk about current events, talk about sports. We're gonna do interviews, stuff like that. We're gonna tap into people into different industries. We're gonna tap into entrepreneurs. I was trying to get one of my entrepreneur friends to come through today, but he got a little busy. He got a real good invention, man. He got a real good invention that I personally think that he's gonna be a millionaire once his product really get rolling. You know, Stay tuned for that one. So we got Brad in the building. What's going on with you, Brad? Hope everything is good. We got Omar said. So reading what Omar said, Omar trying to say people can say how to fix things and never been through anything. How does that make sense? Facts. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I mean, bro. Because like it's so much people, bro. It's so much people I hear. Oh, he need to do this. He need to do that. He need to they need to get him out of the league. They need to suspend him for this and much but time. Nike need to drop him. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, these people never messed up before. You know what I mean? These people never messed up before. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a true story, right? When we were teenagers, right? Me and my friends, we got pulled over, bro, in somewhere in Florida. I'm not even gonna name the city. And it was about four of us, 4 or 5 of us. I forgot how many of us it is, right? And we had a bag of weed in the car, right? And we got pulled over. The police like, whose weed is it? You guys already know the answer. Not mine's, not mine's, not mine's, not mine's, right? You know what the cop did? He cut us a big break, yo. He cut us a big slack. He just I don't know what happened, but he ended up towing the car and we had to walk home. You know what I mean? I think he towed the car because my boy that was driving, something was wrong with the papers of the car or something like that. But basically they cut us a slack, you know what I mean? So sometimes in life you just need you just need a chance. You know what I mean? You need a chance. Just like truck drivers, right? So truck drivers um is on a strict drug program where as a truck driver you can get random drug tests at any time, right? So in my opinion, if you give a truck driver a drug test and the truck driver failed a drug test, like should you just automatically fire that truck driver? You know what I mean? Because in my opinion, like sometimes you got to give people chances in life, man. Now I'm not telling truck drivers out there to go ahead and start smoking weed and acting all crazy and stuff. I'm just saying when you get your chance in life, you need to know when that's your chance. And I think for some reason, I think this is it. I think this is where he's gonna wake up because this is his chance. You know what I mean? Like he could. It's one or two ways you can come out of this, right? Either you could be great, or you're gonna end up late. You know what I mean? And for some reason, I think he's gonna be great. You know what I mean? So 2 times, there's no problems of messing up his 2 times. And I know that's what everybody looking at. Oh, this your second chance. You know how much of us, you know how much people out there right now wish they had some type of contract, um, almost $200 million. A lot of people, man. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. We all got our chances in life, man. You know what I mean? So, my opinion, I just think he need one more chance. You know what I mean? I just think he needs one more chance. And as far as his friends go, if I can speak to his friends right now, right? The only thing that I would tell his friends is just you got to take care of your friend, yo. If you see that he's the breadwinner, and I'm not talking about breadwinner for you guys. I'm talking about like if you see that he's a breadwinner, if you see that he's going somewhere in life, if you see he's going down the right path, even if he's the bad influence, even if he's the bad one in the crew, it got to be somebody out there that say, yo, enough's enough, yo. We got to get brought on the right path. You know what I mean? We got to get him on the right path. You don't got to drop your friends, yo. Like everybody telling you to drop your friends. I really don't think you need to drop your friends. You know what I mean? You guys can change together. That's the problem with our type. Everybody's so quick to give up on each other, man. Everybody's so quick to turn their back on each other, man. They want us to turn our back. They want us to turn our back on each other. That's what they want. You know what I mean? They don't want us to stick together. They don't want us to unite. They just want to see us fight. You know what I mean? They don't want everything to be all right. And they want to see this every day and every night. You know what I mean? But in my words, I think they should stick together. You know what I mean? I might sound crazy, but I think they should stick together and just mature. Because we don't know from a can of paint where this friendship is coming from. You know what I mean? We could be talking about some of his best friends, yo. But everybody's so quick to say, oh, just drop your friends. You know what I mean? Amar says some people never learn. Yeah, you're right about that. One thing I want to tell you is that, you know, a lot of people, like I said early in the live, a lot of people always talk about friends being bad influence on you. I was some bad influence on my friends too, man. We got to take accountability. We can't just be pointing fingers all the time. You know what I mean? I was a really bad influence on some of my friends. We was bad influence on each other. So I'm not gonna sit here and just point fingers. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're not perfect. You know what I mean? But when you're a superstar, when you're an athlete, you just gotta know that things is going to be different. Things are not gonna be the same. You know what I mean? Yep, we got 6 people up in here right now. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all for joining the show tonight. Just a quick little discussion, man. Just wanted to touch base on that subject. Um, Something that been talking about all weekend. You know, that's gonna wrap it up for me. We're gonna do this for 30 minutes, Monday to Friday. Different topics. If there's anybody out there, man, any entrepreneur that wants to get on the show and want to share what you're doing, want to share, um, your ideas, anything, please feel free to drop me an email, rlctv876@gmail.com. We got Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. We're gonna try to break that down coming up. This is gonna be the third time the Heat is going to be meeting the Celtics in 4 years. So we're gonna be breaking that down at the end of the day to give my opinion on that. Uh, Miami Heat gonna beat the Celtics in about I'd say about 6 games. You know, beat the Celtics in 6. Then we're gonna be meeting Denver in the finals, and that's gonna be a really tough out right there because I'm a Heat fan, but at the end of the day, I think um I think that dude gonna win though. I think Denver is gonna win the championship. Uh, the Joker is way too talented. I don't see nobody in the NBA that can stop him right now. They got too much talent on that team. We're just not built. We're not built to beat that team right now. So we're gonna be talking about that coming up. You know, we're gonna be trying to interview some truck drivers and stuff like that. Because this is what we do, man. This is what we do. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody that's gonna be watching this on the replay. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and hit the thumbs up and stuff like that. And leave a comment on the video and let me know what you think about this discussion. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hey, y'all be easy. We got the new background. We got some sponsors coming, and stuff like that, you know. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I hope y'all like the show. Right now we got to keep it short, because we still kind of playing with it a little bit, trying to see where we going, you know. So I don't want to stretch it out and drag it out and make it too boring. And we just trying to mix it up a little bit, people. That's what we're trying to do. So keep it locked in, stay locked in. If you've been watching my channel, just be patient as we try to go down a different alley. Hey, changes, yo. Y'all be easy. Yo, God bless. Y'all be easy, yo.